schedule starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady.
Oh, he can't get away. Brady will go down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, and right away he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
From his end zone, it's Brady on 3rd and long. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. On the return, it's Tate. 51 yards on the punt there.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
At the 50-yard line.
2nd and 6. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one.
Let's go, baby.
So winds up a very smart decision to throw the flag. They reset the spot, and now that's a first down.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet Just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A give running right, Gibson.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. 5-3 their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, you know they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. But they've got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Brady. And he's got Gronkowski yet again. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brady. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Brady finding Godwin there for a Buccaneer first. Defensively here, Charles, I'd have to imagine coming up with a game plan to stop Tom Brady. Many have tried. Few have succeeded. What do you see as their best course of action?
Well, besides stating the obvious, which is having great guys who can cover, and we know how difficult that is in the NFL, I say it's inside pressure. The guy's up the middle in his face because he's not the type.
Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Looking downfield for Godwin. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now Kaepernick. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. So, CD, you talk about this football team. Some of the whispers and reports, the social media posts, they hint at a locker room that's splintered, badly splintered. There was talk earlier, some guys might walk away entirely. But that hasn't happened, however, at least to this point.
No, and sometimes some of that talk is just that, talk. I mean, guys often say, that's it, I'm out of here. And then they realize, I'm not ready to retire yet. What am I going to do now? And they're really ready to come back and dive back in. In fact, we got guys who are wearing gold jackets in the Hall of Fame that talked about retirement the last 6-7 years of their careers. So that's not always real. And sometimes you just have to go ahead and ride it out. And this is an opportunity now for everyone in this locker room to move forward.
Here's Brady. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. 3-5 is where they sit on the year. A very uneven start is certainly not an ideal position to be in at the halfway point of the season. CD, do you see an avenue where they can still be a playoff team, or is that ship sailed?
Well, since you took me to the nautical side, I'm going to try and keep up here because to me, this ship is about ready to pull out of port. These next couple of games are absolute must-wins for them. Now, if they can win a couple, get to 5-5, maybe they start believing in themselves. But a loss here, that would move them to 3-6. And if that's the case, well, that boat is going to head out to the harbor with them still on the dock.
On first down, Kaepernick. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Powering his way forward. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be a touchdown.
It's caught at the 1. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun give to Fournette. Dances by him. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On play action, now Brady. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 23 yards, the final tally. Brady going to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Giovanni Bernard. His second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. Extra point put through by Succop. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Here's Tate to return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a play fake. Kaepernick. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Kaepernick to throw. Got a man, it's Gibson, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. He'll dump that off to Gibson, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Kaepernick to throw again. Escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw, it's Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Brady. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Flush to his right. Looking downfield for Godwin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. Oh, able to avoid him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. Here's Tate to return. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. It's a sack on Kaepernick. Jason Pierre-Paul able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they're able to get this way down there inside the Tampa 20. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. They gave him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And flags come as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
This to McLaurin out on the left side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. From the 29, Brady. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Brady now to throw. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. That catch good for only a couple.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold onto the football while being jostled?
Brady's throw on third down there is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84, and on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Play action. Now Kaepernick. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one good for 37 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on second and goal. Here's Brady to throw. This is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Cameron Brate, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bucs are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Succop for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes this Washington 28, Buccaneers 14.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Here's Tate to return.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
2nd and 8. Gibson again.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Kaepernick.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
At the 44-yard line.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. Got him in, it's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now Brady. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. The Bucs on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, it's certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Kaepernick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 15-yard line. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. Touchdown! Logan Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Gostkowski the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Throwing again on second down. Brady, that's complete. Bernard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
On second down, Bernard trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From midfield, here's Brady. This is caught by Evans.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brady. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Chase Young
in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Evans has it left side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Shotgun now for Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin,
his 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Bucs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
On On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Kaepernick looking to throw. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Gibson. And they'll get to him just inside the 15, even after that strong run we witnessed. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree. Matched up against the top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Washington,
it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they will be at home next week to take on the New York Giants.